Michael thought he had time to fix things, time to figure life out. But at 2:17 a.m., his phone lit up with a message that would change everything. 3 words. No name. No explanation. Just, "You're falling behind." Who sent it? And how did they know his deepest fear? For years, Michael lived on autopilot, same job, same routine, same quiet disappointment. He told himself it was fine. Safe. Predictable. But deep down, something felt off. Like he was meant for more. So why did that message feel less like a warning, and more like a threat? The next morning, Michael checked his phone again. The message was gone. No trace. No number. Nothing. Was it a glitch? A prank? Or something far more calculated? And then, just as he started to dismiss it, another notification appeared. Before we go further, if you've ever felt stuck or like life is passing you by, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this story. Because what Michael is about to discover might feel a little too real. And trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. This time, the message wasn't vague. It had a time. A location. 6 p.m. Don't be late. No sender. No context. Michael laughed it off at first, but by 5:45, his heart was racing. Why was he even considering going? And what was waiting for him there? The address led to an old office building, abandoned, quiet, almost forgotten. The kind of place you'd never enter alone. But Michael did. Because something inside him whispered, this mattered. And as the door creaked open, he realized he wasn't alone. A man stood in the shadows. Calm. Still. Watching. Michael, he said, like they'd met before. But Michael had never seen him in his life. Or had he? Because the stranger smiled and said something that froze him instantly. I know every decision you regret. Michael's chest tightened. How could anyone know that? The missed chances. The ignored risks. The dreams he buried. This wasn't coincidence. This was something else entirely. And the truth behind it was far worse. The man stepped closer. You've been playing small, he said. Comfort over growth. Fear over action. Michael wanted to argue, but couldn't. Because deep down, he knew it was true. But how did a stranger see through him so clearly? Who are you? Michael finally asked. The man paused, then answered. I'm what happens when you don't level up. Michael blinked. That didn't make sense. Until the man stepped into the light. And Michael saw his own face staring back. It wasn't a mirror. It wasn't a trick. It was him. Older. Tired. Broken. A version of himself that looked like it had lost everything. Was this even possible? Or was Michael losing his mind? You wasted time, the older Michael said. You waited for the right moment that never came. Every word hit like a punch. Because it sounded exactly like his inner voice. But louder. Sharper. More real than ever before. Michael shook his head. This isn't real. But the older version smirked. Then why does it feel so familiar? And that's when Michael realized something terrifying. This wasn't about the future. This was about the path he was already on. Every excuse you've made, the older Michael continued. Every time you said, I'll start tomorrow, this is where it leads. Silence filled the room. Heavy. Uncomfortable. Because deep down, Michael knew he'd said those exact words, too many times. Why are you here? Michael asked. The answer came instantly. To give you one chance. One chance to change everything. But chances like that don't come without a cost. And Michael was about to find out what it was. Level up, the older Michael said. Or become me. Simple. Direct. Brutal. But what did level up even mean? And why did it feel less like advice, and more like a warning? Suddenly, the lights flickered. The room shifted. And Michael saw flashes, moments from his life. Opportunities missed. Risks avoided. Each one leading to the same outcome. The same broken version of himself. Every choice compounds, the voice echoed. Small decisions, big consequences. Michael watched as one tiny hesitation led to years of regret. Was this really how his life would unfold? Or could he still break the pattern? Why show me this? Michael demanded. The older version leaned closer. Because you still have time. But the way he said it didn't sound hopeful. It sounded urgent. Time. The one thing Michael always thought he had. But now, it felt like it was slipping away. Faster than he ever imagined. And suddenly, every second mattered. More than ever before. The older Michael pulled out a phone. It was Michael's phone. But different. Cracked. Worn. Filled with reminders, never completed. Dreams, never pursued. Was this really his future? You think failure is sudden, the older Michael said. But it's slow. Silent. Invisible. That hit harder than anything else. Because Michael had never noticed it happening. Until now. So what do I do? Michael asked. The answer came cold. You stop waiting. Simple words. But terrifying in their simplicity. Because it meant everything had to change. No more excuses. No more delays. No more comfort zones. But could Michael actually do it? Or would fear pull him back, like it always had? The room began to fade. The older version stepped back. This is your moment, he said. Don't waste it. And just like that, he was gone. Michael stood alone. Heart pounding. Mind racing. Was it real? Or just a hallucination? But one thing was certain. He couldn't ignore it anymore. The next morning, everything felt different. Same world. Same life. But Michael wasn't the same. Because now, he knew where his path led. If he didn't change. So he made a decision. A real one. Not tomorrow. Not soon. Now. But the moment he did, something unexpected happened. His phone buzzed again. A new message. Different this time. You chose wisely. Michael froze. Who was watching him? This wasn't over. Not even close. Because if someone could see his choices, what else did they know? Days turned into weeks. Michael started changing, small steps at first. But consistent. Focused. Relentless. And for the first time, progress felt real. But growth comes with resistance. Doubt. Fear. Old habits. They all came back, stronger than ever. Would he fall back? Or push forward? Every day became a battle. Comfort versus ambition. Fear versus action. And every choice mattered more than ever. Then one night, another message arrived. You're not done yet. What did that mean? Michael realized something chilling. Leveling up wasn't a one-time decision. It was a daily fight. A constant test. And he had just entered the next phase. Because the truth is, there's always another level. Another challenge. Another version of yourself waiting. To either rise or fall. Michael looked at his reflection. Not the broken version. Not the future. But the present. And asked himself, who do I become next? Because in the end, no one saves you. No one forces you. It's your choices. Your actions. Your responsibility. And maybe, just maybe, that message wasn't a threat. It was a wake-up call. But here's the real question. What if Michael wasn't the only one receiving those messages? What if you've already seen one and ignored it? And if that's true, then tell me, are you leveling up or falling behind? The question haunted him. Not just during the day, but in the quiet moments at night. Because once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. And Michael knew something now, something most people never realize. That comfort can be more dangerous than failure. He started noticing patterns. People around him, co-workers, friends, stuck in the same loops. Same complaints. Same routines. Same excuses. Had they received messages too, and ignored them? Or was Michael chosen for something bigger? One evening, while scrolling through his phone, he paused. A post. A quote. Your future is built by what you do today. It felt targeted. Like everything around him was now speaking directly to him. But why now? Michael tested it. He made a bold move, something he'd been avoiding for years. And almost instantly, his phone buzzed. Good. Just one word. But it confirmed everything. Someone, or something, was watching. At first, it motivated him. Pushed him forward. But then, doubt crept in. Was he making choices for himself, or for the messages? And if he stopped, what would happen then? That's when he tried something risky. He ignored the next opportunity on purpose. Waited. Watched. And sure enough, the phone buzzed again. But this time, the message was different. You're slipping. Cold. Direct. Unforgiving. Michael's stomach dropped. It felt less like guidance, and more like control. Was this really about helping him? Or was something manipulating him? Who are you? He typed back. For the first time, he responded. Seconds passed. Then minutes. Silence. Until finally, 3 dots appeared on the screen. The reply came slowly. You already know. Michael's heart pounded. No. That wasn't possible. Was it really him? Or something pretending to be? He rushed back to the building. The same abandoned place. Same silence. Same tension in the air. But this time, something felt different. Like he wasn't supposed to be there anymore. Hello? Michael called out. No answer. Just echoes bouncing off empty walls. Had it all ended? Or was this just the beginning? Then he saw it. A mirror. Cracked. Dust-covered. Standing where the man once stood. And slowly, he stepped closer. His reflection stared back. But something was off. It didn't move exactly when he did. A slight delay. Almost unnoticeable. Unless you were really paying attention. Level up, the reflection whispered. Michael froze. He didn't speak. So how? How was his reflection talking? And then it smiled. Not his smile. Something darker. Something knowing. I was never your future, it said. I'm your potential, left unused. Michael's mind spun. What did that even mean? All those chances, it continued. They don't disappear, they wait. Wait? For what? For you to either claim them or lose them forever. Michael stepped back. This wasn't just about choices anymore. This was about consequences. That were still alive, still active, and still watching him. So this is a game? Michael asked. The reflection tilted its head. No, it replied. This is reality, without excuses. And somehow, that was even more terrifying. Every version of you exists somewhere, it said. The one who tried. The one who quit. The one who never started. Michael felt overwhelmed. Was he just one path, among many? And right now, the reflection leaned closer. You're still undecided. That word hit hard. Undecided. Not failing. Not succeeding. Just stuck. Michael clenched his fists. I'm changing, he said. I already started. The reflection nodded slowly. But will you continue when it gets harder? Because it always gets harder. The excitement fades. Motivation drops. And what's left is discipline. Was Michael ready for that? Suddenly, the mirror cracked further. Lines spreading like lightning. And through those cracks, Michael saw glimpses. Different versions of himself. One was successful, confident, focused. Another, lost, regretful, alone. Both staring back at him. Both possible. But only one would become real. You don't choose once, the voice echoed. You choose every day. That truth settled deep. Because it meant there was no finish line. Only progress. Or decline. Forward or backward. Nothing stays still. No matter how much we pretend it does. Michael closed his eyes. Took a deep breath. And made another decision. Not emotional. Not temporary. But real. I'm not going back, he said. The room shook slightly. The reflection faded. And for a moment, everything went completely silent. Then one final message appeared. Clearer than ever before. No more warnings. Michael stared at it. What did that mean? Because if there are no more warnings, then the next mistake won't come with a second chance. And now the real question is, what happens when Michael faces a choice and fails?